Now, this week, the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms submitted its report to the President William Ruto with a litany of recommendations to the education sector. Conversations are ongoing on what needs to happen to achieve a better sector. It is encouraging to see the amount of work that went into the Working Party. The test of this initiative, however, lies in the success of implementation. In the coming months, it is expected that a lot of activity will revolve around reforms to the current laws, curriculum designs, training and deployment of teachers to the various schools. I noticed the immense recommendations into the junior school, senior school and universities, the changes to the financing model at universities and TVET institutions, the great desire to equip the learning institutions to deliver quality training to the learners. My thoughts tonight are with the learners, the young minds whose future depends largely on policymakers. Since the piloting of the competency-based curriculum, the learners have done their part to attend school, accepting to be the guinea pig of the national experiment, an experiment that is now a national reality. But time is running. In just over 2 years, the pioneer class of CBC will be transitioning to the senior secondary school or senior school. I reckon that the report wants the current secondary schools reclassified into the pathways, that 60% of them should be STEM centers, meaning to teach science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that 25% of them will teach social sciences, while 15% will teach the arts and sports sciences. It is discernible that the government aims to turn 60% of the learners into STEM specialists. This is inspired by the desire to foster industrialization as the Kenyan economy undergoes transformation. It is imperative that the necessary actions are taken to ensure that these ambitious plans are logically implemented. Logically because for many years, many initiatives have remained just aspirational. Many learners have gone through the Kenyan system and gotten out without ever using appropriate tools of learning. So much has been expected of learners and the education system without commensurate investment. Nearly 30% of the fiscal budget goes to education, more than half of it going to pay the teaching staff. And soon, more teachers will be hired. More are needed. More training or reskilling of the teaching staff. How about school infrastructure? How about laboratories? Science is learnt in the lab. Engineering is practiced in a lab. How about libraries and spaces for learners to practice what they learn in theory? Kenya has no chance to fail in this CBC rollout. In 2029, the first CBC cohort will be enrolled at universities and TVET institutions. We have time to remodel the institutions of higher learning. And as we do that, the country must collectively think about the Kenyan economy. Where will the CBC graduates go upon completing the CBC system? The rate of unemployment is alarming and growing by the day. As they go through a different mode of instruction that builds competencies, we must at the same time think of investing in opportunities that will meet them at their skills. Otherwise, reforming an education system, throwing money at it, and compiling numerous consultative reports will do nothing to satisfy the dream of every human being, that of realizing their full potential. A child learns to walk, to speak, and to behave as adults do. It is the turn of the adults to prepare the way for the CBC children to walk. And that is my sense tonight.